3,763 people were murdered at the World Trade Center. On September 11, 2001, 265 people were killed in 4 different plane crashes. On September 11, 2001, 189 people perished at the Pentagon. On September 11, 2001, thousands and thousands of first responders ran past fleeing civilians to the fire. Of those thousands and thousands of first responders, over 400 did not make it back, including Stephen Siller, brother of Frank Siller, founder of Tunnel to Towers. I could not be more proud to represent the company I work for today up here. I could not be more proud to partner with Wales Darby, our nearly 70-year partnership with such a great company. And I couldn't be more proud for both of our companies to join Tunnels to Towers, for their efforts and what they're trying to do. Today we celebrate with friends, we celebrate with this great industry, the greatness of Tunnel to Towers. It's a foundation that gives back. It's a foundation that gives back to those that have sacrificed most. It's a foundation that gives back to the families that have sacrificed most. As citizens of this great nation, we can never forget, we must always remember those great veterans and those first responders that rushed to the battle to protect what we have every day. I'd like to introduce now the Chief Executive Officer of Taco, Cheryl Merchant.
Where were we that fateful day that the world stopped turning? And we came out the other side. And I am as equally proud as Todd to be here among you today. I'm incredibly blessed 3.5 years ago to be able to join this industry where people are caring and loving and remembering at all times. I am honored to stand here in front of you to be able to introduce 2 of those gentlemen that I find to be the epitome of what we are talking about today. 2 gentlemen that always have each other's backs since probably at birth, since it was on the exact same day, same year, same day, and remembering their communities and their families. And we stand here today with that remembrance. So yes, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you Johnny Hazelnoy Jr., Chairman of Taco Comfort Solutions, and Brian Darby.
We have both emulated the values and the community and how to really to take care for our people that we work with, our associates, our families. They're part of our extended family. And I must say, the White family, Johnny and his family have imbibed that mentality for as long as I know. I must say, one of our own, Chris Crean, I'm going to highlight yourself. Chris has been in our company for close to 20 years. He's the chief of the Hauppauge Fire Department. I got to say thank you to the
Taco is an American company. Taco is a company that's chosen. I will tell you, I love this country. I love this country and what it stands for. And there's nothing in this world that I love more to see than that flag. And you know, to be partnered, associated with an organization like yours, it just warms my heart. Because I have chosen consciously over the years to remain in this country, to do everything we can to manufacture everything we manufacture right here for you, for our partners and our friends. And I shall continue to do so. This is the greatest country in the world and always will be. So I want to say one more thing. I'm the 3rd generation. My grandfather, then my father, and myself, and my 2 boys, John and Ben, are the 4th generation. And they are actively engaged in running this business with Cheryl. But There's a fifth. And there's another one. That's the fifth. I'm so darn proud. Sure. So that one.
It's a hot act to follow. It really is. Thomas the Towers, Taco, Darby, great organizations, okay, to take that torch and do that and help our veterans, help our first responders. I talk to people about Thomas the Towers. It's for $11 a month. How do they do this for $11 a month? You know, but then you see it on TV. They show you where they put the money. Okay, they've been doing this for quite a while. All right. I said $11 a month. So I've been a member for years. I don't know how long, but I've been a member. I said $11. Who am I not to give them $11? That's the way it looked. Lunch used to be $5. Now lunch is $11, $12. Right? So who needs lunch? Here in the village, what we did was we built 6 homes up the block, residential homes, about 6 to 8 years ago, and we afforded that to veterans by the end of the year. So they're going to get those houses. There's 3 of them. We're going to give it to them mortgage free. And that's the way to do it.
We'd like to present this check to you and to Thomas the Towers for $25,000.
I like to be kind of aligned with Taco and with Darby. Met a lot of great people already this morning. So Thomas the Towers has mentioned quite a bit in the last 15 minutes. So I want to share the story. Todd gave a great intro about 9/11. Obviously, that's the day we were born. And very coincidentally, I'd say this weather feels exactly like it did on September 11, 2001. We were all in different places. Cheryl mentioned everybody remembers kind of exactly where they were, what they were doing that day. I was in Midtown, never in danger. Very naive, standing on the 55th floor of 200 Park Avenue, looking downtown and thinking, wow, this is just crazy. Never thinking it could possibly happen to us because we were always so secure and so free and never felt in any danger. And I don't think we've felt the same ever since. So when that first tower was hit, Stephen Siller was working at Brooklyn Squad 1, the hazmat division, which is guys that take on pretty much the most dangerous tasks. But his shift was over, so he was headed home to Staten Island. In fact, he was headed to the golf course. Stephen was the youngest of 7 children. He's actually a miracle baby of the Siller family. He was 14 years younger than Frank, who's the CEO of our organization. He was the youngest by far. Lost both of his parents when he was a child, and he was brought up by his siblings. So Stephen was basically orphaned when he was 8 years old. He lost both of his parents in 2 years. So he was their little miracle. But now he was 35, he had 5 children of his own and his wife, and he was headed to play golf with his 3 brothers. Rather than continue with the golf course, he called his wife, and he was heading home to, rather than head home, he's going to backtrack to the firehouse, go back to squad, and he would respond like his brothers. But when he returned to Squad 1, they had already responded. They were already on their way, and it was an empty firehouse. But Stephen was relentless. He grabbed his fire gear out of the firehouse into his personal vehicle, and he headed in. Got to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, only to find that it was closed to anything but emergency vehicles. Again, relentless. Stephen did what heroes did. He geared up. Took his fire gear, boots. I'm going to tell you guys, it's heavy, about 60 pounds of fire gear, the helmet, the jacket, the tank, and he headed on foot through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the Trade Center. About 2 miles through the tunnel, and even a little bit, maybe another mile to the Trade Center. And he made it there that day and lost his life with 342 other New York City firefighters. So the family wanted to, obviously, mourning like everybody else, but they didn't want to stay in that dark hole. And as Todd mentioned, the light was shining, and they decided, let's start this foundation in Stephen's name. And as most of you probably know, we retraced Stephen's steps the last Sunday of September every year with the Tunnel Towers 5K that starts in Brooklyn, on the Brooklyn side of Battery Tunnel, and goes to the area of the Trade Center. Started year one in 2002 with about 1,000. This past year we had 30,000 run through the tunnel. And if you haven't done it before, I implore you, it's one of the nation's great events. So what was born that day was a foundation just interested in doing right by others. In fact, you'll see that mantra quite a bit. Let us do good. While we're here, let us do good. So the foundation started by helping burn units, anything related to the fire department, widows, honestly, just help people in need. But then we started to grow. And our CEO, our President and CEO, Frank Siller, who never ever shies away from a challenge, and will promise things on the fly without anybody in the foundation knowing about it, visited Walter Reed, where we ran into Brendan Morocco, an Army veteran who lost all 4 limbs. First quadruple amputee to survive any war. And Frank found out that he lived on Staten Island in our backyard and said, I would love to build you a home. And that's where our home program started, just that day with that comment. And we built Brendan a smart home to accommodate every one of his needs, which you can imagine are quite different from anyone else's when you have no arms, no legs. And we built Brendan a home on Staten Island, and that was the first. And we're nearing 500 mortgage-free homes now, really just 10 years later, and the need never abates because we're helping catastrophically injured service members, we're helping the families left behind from fallen first responders, which we've had way too many in this country, and someone mentioned Gold Star families, which is a big part of what we do. So if someone goes off to war, kiss their family goodbye, and they don't come home, we're providing that family with mortgage relief. We're paying the mortgage outright. We're not taking over the payments. It's paid off outright, taking just one burden away. And we've now taken on another mission, and it's eradicating veteran homelessness throughout the country. We're building a village in Land O'Lakes, Florida, that's going to accommodate 90 homes, all for veterans, all mortgage-free. We're going to do this throughout the country to try to really make a dent in what's become an epidemic with not just homelessness, but homelessness among the veteran community. They clearly deserve better, and with your help, we're making that difference.
Before we get into calling up some of our trade promotion winners, we would like to recognize a few of our distribution partners in attendance today. From FW Web, Scott Brown, Matthew Cream, Kyle Cream, and Chris Costello. And from Sid Harvey, Eric Pilcher, Bob Moody, and Sid Harvey. Thank you guys for supporting the promotion of your counters. We really value our partnership.
It is my pleasure to be calling up the winners on stage today to receive their prizes for the promotion. As I call your name, please come up. Shane will have an envelope to hand to you, and if I can ask, please stay on stage for a group photo at the end. First up, Al's Oil Service, James Gallinat. From Bert's Reliable, Tom Hewitt. Flanders Burner Service, Al Lopez. North Sea Plumbing, not sure if they came in the middle of the show this morning. Christine Muse and Peter D'Italia. From Petro, Ed Gomez, Ken Becht, Nick Strano, Sean Wilson, and Mark Dignowski. And lastly, from Sweezy Fuel, Lance Marquez. Another round of applause for the winners. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you to the winners and for your support and for what a great cause. The Taco family can't say enough. Johnny, Ben, J3, Cheryl, Todd, Tim Masterson, Tim Davis. I don't want to leave anybody out. Bobby Barber is another gentleman here who's been 44 years with Taco, who's retiring at the end of the month. A good friend of our family. So, thank you, Tunnels to Towers. Beautiful. Thank you for the work. We look forward to supporting you in many other ways to come. So, again, thank you, everybody. We do have lunch. Enjoy the afternoon, and thank you again. Here's one more thing. Mention that.
So again, thanks for everyone for being here. Really outstanding. What we'd like to ask everyone to do before you go in and grab some food or drink or whatever is if we can get everyone in front of that beautiful flag over there, we'd love to get a great big group picture.